What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Scythe, and we are back in small Trove, and today is probably going to be a shorter video because we're going to be highlighting the new Bomber Royale Dragon. Believe it or not, the devs accidentally, or did they accidentally do it? Well, they ended up showing off this dragon months ago because, again, as we all know, Bomber Royale Season 2 was originally planned to release with U10. That's why the update itself is a little bit lackluster, but the dragon itself is still fairly cool. It's not going to end up being like the twin-headed dragon, which I still would recommend for most people because it's actually one of the most useful dragons in the entire game. It having two heads, you can end up shooting fireballs out of both heads by spamming left and right trigger or mouse button or whatever version of the game you're on. And with it, it makes dungeons a joke. You can blast your way through them super duper easy. Now, with the Bomber Royale Dragon now for Season 2, is it going to end up doing the same thing? No, He's kind of a little bit of a letdown as far as his functionality is concerned. The dragon itself is cool enough, but it's, you know, it's another dev dragon, so obviously it's only got like 2 or 3 different color variants to it with no shading or effort put into it, other than the little video effects of the fuses being lit on the bomb itself, which I'll have another video coming out soon that's going to be showing off the video effects of the Bomber Royale Season 2, and like the ones that you can have on your head, and those auras, one of them quite literally is just this video effects. But either way, the unique functionality of this dragon is that the bombs it ends up shooting out of its face are going to be Bomber Royale bombs. So they're going to bounce once, and then they explode. Bounce once, and then they explode, which in that regard makes this dragon pretty useless as far as normal farming is concerned. It's more of a gimmicky dragon, which is cool because we don't really have anything like that in the game. But it simultaneously will also end up working with the new store pack of the Bomber Royale reskins. So if the new pack, Bomber Royale styles. So that's going to be in the styles section. Down in the bottom right corner, you can see is going to change your sticky bombs, which of course is going to be your big bombs in Bomber Royale rounds themselves. And then there's going to be the tiny bombs themselves. So I just like using the Howlug because I think it's hilarious. I guess this guy's got worms. I know that was bad. Please end me. Or we could shoot pumpkins. It doesn't change the video effects of the explosive, however. And I find it hilarious, the developers' like reasoning behind reskinning the bombs is they're so adamant about saying that the reason that they made it so that the bombs end up getting reskinned, that actually looks pretty dope, is because they didn't want it to change the video effects, because with the video effects, players would get too confused about which bombs are which is entirely the opposite. That sounds like a harebrained excuse that they didn't want to make custom video effects, because personally, I think that this store pack is pretty useless and should have changed the explosive effect of the bombs instead, because changing the visual of the bomb is what actually will confuse players. If they don't know which bomb is which, like just based on the way that these all look, you know, that's what's going to end up causing problems for players. I don't know how people are still joining me. I'm in Do Not Disturb, but I guess they said that they fixed that, and clearly they didn't. Either way, it's still a cool dragon. It's not the best, you know, you might want to go for it, you might not, but either way, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Very much appreciate it. It's going to be 300 Season 2 tokens, so of course you can end up making that a little bit easier for you if you end up spending the extra credits on these bad boys right here, because quite literally, if you end up buying the 100 coin pack, I would recommend maybe, or the 100 coin boost, it means that for your first 100 coins, you're going to end up getting double. So essentially within the same amount of time that it would take to get 100 coins, you will just outright end up getting 200. Now that said, Joe actually is an absolute baller freak who ended up grinding this dragon like a crazy person. I thankfully was able to find it on the market for a pretty considerable price from other players, but buying this, like getting this dragon is pretty crazy. He ended up grinding, what was it he said? He said he grinded from 11 a.m. To 1 a.m. just to end up getting the dragon and I think the short fuse aura, which is, you know, he's pretty good at Bomber, so odds are that he's, you know, it might take a little bit longer for some other people because of the fact that if you end up winning, you can end up getting a total of like 3 or 4 bombs per round, or 3 or 4 tokens per round, and then the rounds themselves are going to take somewhere around like 5 to 10 minutes. So you got to factor that in with how many of these that you need, right? And then in closing, I do want to mention that you can buy Season 1 tokens, but unfortunately, it costs 2 Season 2 tokens to get 1 Season 1 token, which is stupid, doesn't make any sense. Nobody likes this. It's actually like bad. The math on it is awful, because that essentially means that if you want to actually be a free-to-play player and grind this dragon, it's probably better to grind Flux in order to buy the dragon egg from somebody, because grinding the dragon itself right now is just going to be an absolute mess, because it's 300 tokens, which again will end up taking you, you know, as long as Joe did to get this one dragon. It would essentially take double the amount of time, because you would have to get double the amount of coins in order for the exchange rate to end up working out that way. Like, how stupid is that? Either way, you guys don't care. Thanks for watching. Very much appreciate it. We got a fancy new dragon. It gives mastery. And then, oh, I guess I should also show the stats on this thing too, right? Warhead, there we go. So this guy is going to end up giving us 1,000 permanent max health, which doesn't really matter at this point, 7% to max health, which is okay, 5% more attack speed, and 50 more magic find, and that beautiful 250 mastery, which is very cool, and an extra 30,000 or 30 power rank. Tripping all over my words here. Hey man, I don't know why you're throwing bombs on me, but okay, stupid. Thanks for watching though, guys and gals. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna have other videos talking about all the Air Bomber stuff, so stay tuned. But otherwise, I would appreciate if you would like stuff, hit that notification bell, all that stuff. And if you want to support me, you can always sign up as a new Trove player with the sign up link down below, which will quite literally be an affiliate link where anything you end up buying out of the store, I will end up making a percentage of that. It doesn't increase the value of anything in the store or anything. And then there's other means that you can end up supporting me in the link down below as well. Sayonara, stay epic, everybody.